wasn't plowed yet. Hello, I love downtown Minneapolis. Half hour, 25 minutes. Yeah, that's true. Very, very Minnesota. You know, the snow is slow, but it doesn't throw us off. Shows the path, and then yeah, it's very Minnesota. We're not deterred easily. Tom Ratziati. RACCIATTI. Minneapolis. I lifted legs this morning. Yeah, they did not bring it. I want to see this for you. No, I'm okay. Thank you. That's a smart answer. Always behind the camera now. I understand how hard it is to find people. What are you asking?
All right, just stay right there. How long did it take you to get here today?
I wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I think it was worth it. The USA pulled off today. Actually, I'm surprised as much people came. And so, I'm happy that we're all here together to celebrate the USA team today. Hopefully it doesn't really fun as we'll have to some obvious KBDI. Am I from? Nashville. Oh, no, I'm from Nashville. I live here. St. Paul.
say it when things go wrong. At Prudential, we think you should say it when things go right, too. Like when you score your dream job. Sell your business. Or discover she's smart. Really smart. Now, here's what. You connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement impact. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
November 29th, 2022, World Cup Group Stage finale, Allianz Stadium, Doha. How will American soccer remember this night as the United States is moments away from playing against Iran?
Well, Carlos Queiroz plays listed as a 4-1-2-3. That's going to end up like a 4-5-1. Baron comes back in. A goal he started the opening match. Had to sub that up to 20 minutes with concussion. So he comes back in. Is it the lobby? Number 6, he holds it down for them. He's going to have a busy day dealing with the United States midfield. But then really they got to break through that front three to turn me up well. Pass move through the middle. And Olizade on that right hand side. The United States starting the youngest lineup we have seen in the World Cup so far in this edition. 24, the average age for this team. 2 changes. Cameron Carter-Vickers comes in back. Started a pair of Nations League matches for the United States back in June before that last month. 2018, the United States. Big one for him today. Josh Sargent gets the nod up front. Through the middle, the rest still the same. And midfield will be powering this team through this match.
Nothing is simple at a World Cup. However, it is straightforward for the United States tonight. If they win this match, they will go on to play this weekend in the round of 16. That for a long time has been the defining line between success and failure for the United States in the World Cup. Do you make it out of the group or not? If they lose tonight, if they tie tonight, the U.S. will be on an airplane tomorrow going back home. It is a majority pro-Iran crowd at the 44,000 capacity Allianz Stadium in Doha. It is warm, it is very funky inside the stadium, very much like it was on Friday at Allianz Stadium for the United States against England. Just as it was for a group of Americans in South Africa in 2010 in a must-win situation at the end of the group stage. A potentially career, a potentially life-defining 90 minutes in front of them. And we're underway. The United States of America wearing blue. Iran wearing white. It's impossible for us to truly understand, let alone explain, how what is happening in Iran and how it's been playing out here in Qatar affects these players on the field. All that we can say with certainty is what we see, which was an emotional reaction to their stoppage time win over Wales. All we can say is what we know, which is that it would be Iranian soccer history. Never before have they made the knockout stage at a FIFA World Cup. They've gotten close in each of the last 2 tournaments. They will do that tonight. If they win, and more than likely with a tie. An early attacking set-piece chance. Asafi sends it in. Tyler Adams, the captain, sends it out. Second ball will skip all the way through. What's this thing going to look like?
It's going to be a really intense game early. The way that Carlos Queiroz sets his teams up is very pragmatic. They play defensive but counterattack. They've been one of the better counterattacking teams in this tournament. But they don't just sit all the way back. You're seeing already. They're going to step up for the first 15-20 minutes, try to take possession away, and then look to break quickly in the wide areas. But there's some space here for Pulisic already in transition.
Starts it in front of him. Pulisic gets around the 2 defenders. And it was the last man back with Zany. And plucked it off his feet.
Just ends up being one touch too many for Christian Pulisic. Turns, accelerates, gets the challenge coming from behind. Lahi can't quite get there, and then that one there, just the last second challenge from Hosseini stopping Pulisic. He had Sargent to his right.
Musa on his 20th birthday. Musa trying to run around the outside, and that'll be out for a U.S. run.
That's very well from Musa. The flexibility of the three midfielders for the United States, and just the engine room, how much they get around the field, they're on the ball, defensively putting pressure as well. Talk about so much, they are the heartbeat of this United States team. And once again, you saw it there from Musa.
Just on the outside. Oh, gets around Asafi. In for Musa. He'll get a cross off immediately. That was a point of emphasis for Rick Berhalter. Come off the England game. Those balls in the box. Way and trying to slide it through for McKinney. Musa early cross. Everyone in check back though. And it's going to be cleared out. It took us until the early stages of the third game of the group. We finally got a Greg Berhalter patented bounce pass there at Tingery. Greg Berhalter, we spoke with him yesterday. He said, we always said that the World Cup was going to define this group, this generation, these 4 years of work. Like it or not, this is the measuring stick, whether or not they advance tonight. You heard Jenny make the point earlier how he has been selling outwardly from his team. We are not ready to go home.
So get a good look at the way in which Iran defend. And it's not right on top of their box. They set their pressure right around the midfield line. They try to stay compact and then win the ball back in these types of spots and look to break. So this is where it's key for the United States throughout the game, getting pressure because now they've got numbers.
Osman and Taremi playing the two-man game there. The all-time leading scorers in Iran's history. McKinney took a hard bump there. Safi, the captain, trying to lay it off. Des pokes it away. McKinney beating the second ball. It's going to come to the near side. Golizane gets it away. This is Osman now. Rolled wide. Rezain into the middle. Adams repels it at first. Osman now trying to get around Tyler Adams. Bumps him off. Gets across in. Reed was there. Not done for the U.S. It's held in. And it comes again.
No pressure on the cross.
Rezain sends it in. All the way through looking for Taremi. Same way, back to defend, and it'll be an Iran throw.
That's good for both teams. Crosses, quality of crosses is going to be key from an attacking standpoint, but then also defensively, getting pressure on the ball. Standing off, allowing time and space, the way in which both teams crash the box with numbers and some good targets. That could be a differentiator in this match. And here comes a long throw, treating this throwing like a set piece here.
Orlagachi, one of the center backs, coming up as a target. Safi sends that in. At the flick, Cameron Carter-Vickers was there. Second ball, McKinney in touch. Turner can come out and collect this. He does. As you saw in the graphic for Iran, the only way in which a tie wouldn't send them through is if Wales get an upset win over England. That game underway simultaneously at Khan Bin Ali Stadium on the west side of town. Vickers, one of the two changes in the lineup. Making his World Cup debut with the back. There he is again. McKinney also back in the starting lineup tonight. Adams just sort of hacking it. It's going to work perhaps for Anthony Robinson. Long run to get there, keeps it in play. Robinson deflected cross, popped right up in the air by Hosseini. Adams picks it up from Robinson. Serginho Dest. Wade's opening up for him. Trying to play the 1-2. Dest running in. That crowded off it. Assafi miscontrolled, but it works for Taremi. Osman in front of him. And enough of a foot there from Tyler Adams.
Great recognition by Tyler Adams. And he's marking right now with Cameron Carter-Vickers behind the ball. He wants him to step, get tighter there with Taremi so he can't turn. Ends up being Tyler Adams coming back. But the United States using the ball well right now. Quick one-touch passing, shifting. You've got wingers coming inside. Because of the domination with the ball, they've got both of their fullbacks, Serginho Dest and Anthony Robinson, very high, so you've got players underneath trying to get on the ball. The problem is going to be not being too crowded, still maintaining your discipline and having some space and allowing the play to develop. Patience is going to be a word you'll talk a lot about in this game.
Pulisic jumped down. Mateo Laoche of Spain, a referee. Very experienced referee. It's his second World Cup. He refereed with Christian Pulisic and Chelsea when he went to the Champions League final over a year ago. He's not known as a referee that keeps himself or the game calm. That might be a storyline tonight. Dest crossing it, but can he make the run? It's an upwards blow. Punch there from Aaron Van. It's controlled. Pulisic picks it up. Cut off at the byline. Resets. Anthony Robinson loops the crossing. Clearance to the top of the box.
When that cross comes in, the United States had 5 players in and around the box. Good sustained pressure. They win the second ball. The ball in from Robinson. Can't beat the first man, but ends up popping back out to Yunus Musa. Able just to react quickly and get the strike off. He's trying to take the panels off that ball with that strike, going for power, knowing that he has to do a lot to be fair about it.
Musa, who turns 20 today, is the most experienced teenager in U.S. men's history. That's a record he's once held by Landon Donovan, Josie Altuve by Christian Pulisic. Most minutes played for the U.S. a teenager. Musa getting at tonight over the top. Assafi trying to get there. Dest was there in time, and is that going to be whistled as a foul there? Assafi just sort of slid through at the end. Steers the flick very well to Weah. Gets it away from Musa. Get away from the defender. He's in the dust, but it ranks too far. And Lagachi there, able to control. Very wrong the other way. We're defending one-on-one. Had to get the angles right, and he did as Osmo was looking to run it behind Anthony Robinson. Tim Weah.
He's got him 1v1. Take him on.
Mahoney the defender. Inside for Musa. Musa clipping it up. Pulisic got there with the head. Comfortable first save. There's America.
Walk you through what's happened so far.
Well, it's an early ball in from Yunus Musa. He's looking for Christian Pulisic. Goes to attack it. But the ball wasn't hitting with a lot of pace, which meant that he was trying to generate that power then. Is slightly off balance, trying to aim for that far post. Ends up being a comfortable save.
He hit the bar in the game against England, Christian Pulisic. He provided the assist to Weah, the opener against Wales. And just the 4th shot on goal officially registered by the U.S. in this tournament. Now in their 3rd game. Sargent working hard. Doing enough to get to Musa.
First shot on goal. And another one in the top of the box. 20 yards over. So I would say we have 60-40 possession. Start.
There's Pulisic.
It's kind of like I said.
Away from a little bit so they keep under control. Green. Anthony Robinson gets back to him. Inside for Sargent. Did not have on it. Rami tracking back, knocked it away. Carter Vickers wins the header. And he hopes to get the ball back for the U.S.
That's a great, aggressive approach there from Henry Carter Vickers, getting right on the back of Osmoon, who's trying to be that outlet ball there for Iran, and the United States winning it back, crowding around the ball. Here it comes again, good step from the back. Pick your moments to do that, of course, but if you can get there and you can be quicker to the ball, keeping the pressure on the defense of Iran and not allowing them to get up the field is important.
They're way better than Wales.
It was fouled there. The advantage played as the U.S. has it coming forward. Listen, next over his foot. Second time we've seen a bit of a loose first touch from him tonight. We're going to try to open up. Has Safi on the other side. So for Iran, they need only a draw to make history. First time they would ever play in the knockout stage of a World Cup. Each of the last two tournaments, they needed a win in their finale. In each case, they were trailing at the half, and unable to get over the hump.
Sometimes it's not the worst thing for the opponent to have the ball. It forces them to come up, a defensive opponent that is. Because then if you can win the ball, you can spring some of those quick players to the United States, like Pulisic and Tim Weah with their speed. So now Iran with a little bit of possession, United States back defending in their own half. Still passive pressure, but they wait for them to come into these little trap areas wide before they go aggressively, and Tyler Adams has won it back.
Going long, Josh Sargent tracking it down. It was a great first touch, and it bounced off his leg. The second touch keeps it in play. Pulisic trying to get around the outside and get that ball. And he was in the area as well. He got in. Best chase that one all the way inside, so tons of room on the outside. Bilal Mohammadi. Who's out there to meet him? Forces an error pass. Down the field to go, Jenny Taft. A little bit about the coaches out there tonight.
Well, John, there was a pretty special moment in the tunnel before the match. I saw Greg Berhalter and Iran coach Carlos Queiroz shaking hands and embracing. Berhalter had said yesterday that he looked forward to shaking Queiroz's hand. He had worked for U.S. Soccer in the past. The two were smiling. They were positive. They wished each other well and said, have a great match.
One of the goals for us going to chase. Turner is there. Carlos Queiroz, the most successful coach in Iran's history, returned in September, a couple of years after leaving to take them to a third World Cup. Former head coach of the New Jersey Metro Stars. In the first game of the season of 1996, Robinson. Great first touch to skip away. Had Pulisic, keeps it, crosses it in. Wow! Dest will chase it down. Dest for Pulisic popping up on the right. McKinney was calling for it. Gets it from Tyler Adams. McKinney clipping it in, making the run. Header knocked down, cleared away as a Talahi. U.S. winning right back. Musa. Wide it goes for Dest. Dest driven, crossing! Touch from the keeper, Merriman.
The space is wide. The space is wide. The best U.S. chances have come from the wide areas, and it is moving the ball quickly. Not allowing Iran to shift their defense and get pressure. They have to keep working those wide areas, using their fullbacks. It's a great-looking ball from Dest, and just missing that final connection. That was somebody getting on the end of it and crashing the net.
Again, the two up front trying to break on their own for Iran, and Reem intercepts in front of Osmoon.
a quick switching the point of attack. It could be a 20, 30-yard diagonal, not just that 5, 10-yard passing. That can help you get those numbers advantages in the wide area. And that's why that Tim Weah lays it off, and Serginho Dest has the time and space. The early ball, too, is such a hard one to defend when teams are going back defending their own goal. That's where you saw the chaos right in front of the Iranian goal.
Well, they are tight to Pulisic when he gets the ball, gets a little extra bump there. Rezayan as he released it. Carter Vickers to the other side for Dest. Well, close up. Musa turns to face. Pulisic's in there, comes across to Weston McKenna, a little bit of a slip, thought about a shot, he's 1v3. Adams there to keep it. Anthony Robinson hooks his cross in, up to the air. Only got you there with the header. As Moon trying to find a teammate, Carter Vickers slides through, wins it back to Robinson, runs away from him. Tries to release the other way. It's Remy. 2 goals and an assist. Been terrific for Iran. They even in the 6-2 defeat to England. He scored both goals. He set up the second goal in stoppage time in their win over Wales. That's why Iran need only a draw. They were able to score in the 98th minute, and again 3 minutes later to beat Wales. Here's a Baron Van back in goal for Iran. I mentioned something, that bad head injury that had come out early in the game against England, didn't play. Game 2 against Wales. They've held up a couple times already as Dest tries to get away, spin his way through. He will get that foul call. McKinney's got Anthony Robinson flying at the left, comes inside for Sargent. Now Pulisic lays rolling. Just a touch there. Mulsanne.
Oh, that was almost the blueprint from the goal against Wales. You're right, Anthony Robinson had a ton of space. That ball's over the top.
Now the other way, chance for Taremi. Carter Vickers trying to recover. Benny Taremi in for his goal. Knocked away by Tim Reed.
What a challenge from Tim Reed. No pressure on the ball though for the United States in the defensive part, and that just allowed that chipped ball in behind, finding Taremi. That's the recipe that they look for. A little two-man game up front. Trying to pick out a strike partner and a great step from Tim Reed. That comes down to anticipation, anticipating the pass, taking the gamble. At that point, he had to stop that free shot.
And that breaks down as Milwaukee was trying to make the run all the while. Greg Reynolds was screaming at the assistant referee. He thought that should have been offside.
I see the ball earlier from Serginho Dest. That ball going back towards the goal. He got Weah trying to gamble. Baron Van didn't look too comfortable on that one. This is a goalkeeper we have to remember went out in the first game, missed the second game, and he's back in. What's his confidence like in this match? Looks a little shaky there.
Wills out looking for Robinson. Pressure. Didn't take his eye off the ball. Allianz just puts it long. Adams will get a second chance to end that.
Well, I was just thinking he's got to get a shot from his teammate, and then I remember that you can't hear absolutely anything in this building because it is so loud.
Yes, being on the tackle, but Karsafi gives up the chase. Musa was trying to really embellish the contact there, trying to get a foul call. States trying to do what they haven't done since June. Win a game. scoreless in the other game between Wales and England. As it stands, it's England and Iran advancing from this group as the U.S. and Wales go home. Green goes to good control. Tingwea out for Dest. Musa able to turn, trying to find the angle. Wea's in, cutting it back, it pings around. Hot Pulisic in the face. Christian Pulisic is holding his face right now behind the play. Anthony Robinson, great 1v1 defending to win it back.
And Berhalter likes what he saw there, and it was a two-man game. It was Musa and Wea, movement, passing, one-touch passing, quick movement off the ball as Musa that time gives it away. And that's how you unlock a team that's sitting back deep. Wide areas, creating numbers advantages, quick movement, drawing defenders out, and then slashing runs, getting to the end line, cutting it back. They just couldn't pick out that last pass once again.
Midway through the first half. Sargent's going to work. Tingwea on the run, way into the box. Still way on it. Needs some help. No turns and tries to get a cross off. And Dest is an option. It's out for a goal kick.
You're seeing Wea's ability just to accelerate, to drive through and pass defenders. This time he gets caught under his feet a few too many times. And last touch here, he tried just a quick touch and turn and then going to cross it, but loses his balance as he's going to strike it. It's an important reminder, though. You'll be watching this. The United States have a lot of possession. They're creating some good half chances. The goal doesn't have to come in the first half. This game is going to be a grind. You're trying to wear down this defense. Of course, from a neutral perspective or a U.S. perspective, you want the goal early. You have 90 minutes to do it. The intensity and the pressure starts to wrap up the longer you go, but every chance that they're creating right now, taking energy out of the defense, every time you move them 5-10 yards, you're going to see those players start to tire a little bit, and that's where you can't get that last little bit of pressure, and it might open up that opportunity for the United States to get a better quality look.
To McKinney, in for Sargent, how to return it, might have a chance. McKinney, hooked up, Wea will let it go, and it's too far for Musa. Berhalter talked about his team against Wales, came out hot and heavy in the first half, couldn't sustain it. He loved that they were able to just have that controlled performance over the entire 90 minutes against England. This coach on the other side understands the history that's at stake for Iran. More than 100 games of
furious right now at what they're trying to do on their goal kick. Wants them to spread apart. They're going to try to play this long and direct. They're looking for second balls.
To your point, you got all night to score. It took the U.S. 90 minutes, 45 seconds for Landon Donovan to find the back of the net. Against Algeria in 2010, it was a similar situation. Two draws coming in, needing a win. One of the defining moments in American soccer history. Can it perhaps be something more boring tonight?
Quite happily file my request not to have that type of stress for 90-plus minutes.
Here's Musa, returning for Dest. And this is a little shoving match off the ball with an Iranian player arguing the referee about it. McKinney, Sargent, back for Pulisic, out for Anthony Robinson. Robinson, cross blocked. U.S. corner, first back.
I'd say Anthony Robinson serves on their best, been very effective. As a position that is typically a defender on the left and right, in this type of game with so much of the ball, they're playing as wingers. They're pinning back the defenders for Iran. They're getting a lot of time spacing. It's a lot of crossing. They're getting in good positions. The quality of the cross matters. The timing of the cross matters. And set pieces could end up being a very big thing. Alexi talking a lot about that. The U.S. had some good looks against England. Couldn't find a way through.
Pulisic.
And you won't do it that hitting the first man.
Iran trying to break the other way. It's going to be behind the runner, though. This is a wrestling match with Rezayan able to win it back. Pulisic in for Sargent. Sargent from a deflected shot, chance for Wayne.
That was a big chance for Tim Wayne. I think this has got to be one that you go for some type of volley or acrobatic effort. It's so hard when the ball is coming through. It's a good take from Sargent. Is he onside? It would have been tight. But as this ball pops up, Wayne is onside. I think you've got to try to take that down across your body. You've got to go side of the defender. You can use your body to shield him, but trying to leap there with the ball coming directly down to try to then head it, it would have taken a really good effort and ends up not getting the technique right. Another good look for the U.S.
U.S. getting into good spots a lot tonight. That's the second save that they forced officially. They got to find a way to break through. They want to extend their stay here in Qatar. City going long. Immediately back by the U.S. as Erlahi couldn't do anything with it. Jennings just taking the space. They get the pass away as he tripped out. Neither of those options, but Anthony Robinson wins it back. Definitely seen some areas here in this near side, especially where the field is a little bit more chewed up.
I've seen a couple players losing their feet.
Stadiums have been hosting a lot of games the last 9 days. Carter Vickers, this is his 12th ever appearance for the United States on the ball. Dest trying to drive inside, pass one. Dest past a second. Jorginho, Dest back to third. Dest. It was off balance there, it was blocked. It's Reed that picks it up. Robinson trying to run around the outside of the defender. He has, and he got room as he gets it in. The ball's still in play.
I think he could have taken the contact there, Anthony Robinson, and might have gotten a foul.
Skip rolls it out for Iran Crook.
They like that matchup, though. They like the matchups on both sides. Again, it's a fullback. It's Jorginho Dest from that right side, swallowing his way through. Saw him score like that in World Cup qualifying where he banged it with the left foot in the top corner. A little roll, step over. It's off balance, and then he's trying to strike it through traffic. And Iran do a good job when the ball gets in these spots, centrally clogging on the field, committing, getting challenges on the ball.
Berhalter already started to argue the point with referee Antonio Mateo Laos about
time wasting? Yeah.
Good work. Pulisic got that back. The run is Norlocky. Turner, they're just in time, and Cameron Carter-Vickers had to provide a shield for him to get there. Norlocky was down.
Cameron Carter-Vickers, as you said, yeah, he does a good job getting in front. The ball's trying to make its way to that Turner. See exactly what the contact is. He just kind of stops his run, and we see that all the time. I don't think that's a foul.
You can sort of see under his shorts there, the right leg. Norlocky heavily strapped right quad groin area. And that was what pulled him off the field in the second half of the game against Wales. It's his left leg they got the magic spray out on.
Here, the pressure coming from the United States, 4 defenders around, and Belizade turned around that nutmeg pass. Picking that out, good cover from Cameron Carter-Vickers there, shielding the ball to make sure it gets to his goalkeeper. And he takes some contact to the chest.
Why the change for Cameron Carter-Vickers tonight?
Well, we talked to Greg Berhalter when he was mulling over that decision, and one of the things that he cited was the fact that Cameron Carter-Vickers plays his club soccer in Scotland for Celtic. They're a team that consistently plays against teams that sit in deep and counterattack And he felt that type of familiarity, although this is the first time him and Team Green have played together, and they're starting together at a World Cup, that was what ultimately gave him the nod over Walker Zimmer. Now, Walker Zimmer, I thought, has defended well outside of a moment where he gave away a penalty, hadn't been the best with the ball at his feet. And you can see in this type of game, the center back is going to have to walk the ball as well, and passing becomes very important. So, Henry Carter Vickers got the nod.
Junior Test. Deflected cross. Sargent gets on the end of it. Sargent way out!
That's a good hold-up play. This ball comes in, takes a little deflection, finds its way to Josh Sargent, plays back to goal, able to lay it off for Tim Weah, who's just trying to strike this one with power, and he gets underneath it too much. He's trying to just hit it so hard because he knows he's got all the defenders in front. You can see how he just cuts on the underside. It's the underside of the ball, trying to go for the laces. And it flies over the crossbar.
Sixth shot in 33 minutes for the U.S., as many as they had the entire game against Wales last Monday. Ness just gets that away. Robinson in stride. And it runs too far in front of him. By the time they feel like, and he's trying to go along too far for Mehdi Taremi. And not yet to attempt a shot. They have the advantage. First hands now, the other one's going on, and the U.S. are the ones going home.
It's got Dest here.
Pulisic for Dest on the run. Can he get there to the byline? No, it's out.
Yeah, that little rub of the hand, I think, is how many U.S. fans, I'm sure, are feeling. Oh my goodness, that's a filthy little nutmeg, little backwards roll. But just the frustration of when the chances are developing, some good build-up play, but still the missing that last pass. It was going to be, and it was, one of the biggest questions about this U.S. team coming in this tournament. Where would the goals come from? And they weren't coming from Tim Weah, Christian Pulisic, who was going to be the number 9 that would step up. And you're seeing Sargent having to play more of a role of hold up, point forward, dropping a little underneath because of how deep the Iran are sitting. But still, you still need that threat. Somebody constantly testing those center backs, running behind. And if your goal in this game is to open up space, that's fine, 20, 30 minutes, but you still need to make sure when the ball goes wide, you're making good aggressive runs and being an option in the box.
Best to go in the half. Moves on the run, gets it away from Dest. Dest deflected cross, U.S. corner, second of the night.
The United States, we talked about how they hired a set-piece coach. Actually, seeing a little conversation right now with Pulisic and Yunus Musa. We've seen them consistently in this tournament just putting balls into the box, trying to win it, mixing up the runs, but still yet to try a little something different. A set play. And now the bounce of the ball. You see that bounce of the ball from Pulisic? We might see something worked by them here in the players at the top of the box.
Pulisic to the top of the box. Dest, it didn't mean it cleanly. Can't get back to it. Rob just read that well, or it was under hit.
Yeah, that was the play. That's the one they're looking for. Christian Pulisic bouncing the ball twice, initiated the set play. All the players knew what was happening. He's trying to pick out Serginho Dest at the top of the box, but under hits the pass.
I'd have like Musa or Tim Green take it. Look at Robinson, for God's sake. Robinson's hard ball on the top.
Hunter Vickers going long. Robinson asking a lot of him. Has been on both sides of this. 2002, U.S. actually lost their group stage finale. They snuck in the back door into South Korea, beat Portugal at the same time. 2006, the World Cup in Germany, they had to beat Ghana. They wanted to advance. They lost that one 2-1. The only time the U.S. actually won the group stage finale since 1990, the modern era of American soccer, was that Donovan Algeria game in 2010. Hey, great touch from Musa from Turner's goal line. Tyler Adams, little space to run into. Robinson, back for the captain, Tyler Adams. Justin McKinney, Tess making a big run. It's meant for him. Tess is stuck in behind. Tess in the middle.
Serginho Dest is onside, top of the screen. Absolutely is. As the ball comes across, it's Captain America to rescue the United States. And he runs right into the goalkeeper at the end of this, but lays it all on the line for his team and for his country. And gets his moment. Assist in the first game. And then a goal here with the United States. Tournament at stake. And it's Christian Pulisic. Right place, right time, and what a header, so brave to get there first, the acceleration through, it takes the knee, Byron Van at the end of that one, and is still down in the goal. That is a concern for the U.S., but what a huge moment for Christian Pulisic.
There's your guy who's going to take the corners, Raymond. He'll do it up and over.
It has gone very quiet inside Al-Jamal Stadium. The disconsolate Iran fans and the concerned American fans as Christian Pulisic remains down in the goal into which he just scored, receiving treatment.
It was a heavy collision, wasn't it? And he had to get there. He saw the space. What a ball in behind. The timing of the run from Serginho Dest, so good. The ball from McKinney, the weight of the pass over the last defender. He's getting a high five, a little down from his coach. But still concerned for the United States behind the ball. As Pulisic is still in that net. Chance from the U.S. fans right now of Pulisic.
This is what it means. England scoreless with Wales. The U.S. as it stands, if this holds, will play the Netherlands Saturday. Christian Pulisic, the 24-year-old from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Just look how the game was building. We're talking about how the wide areas would be so important. And the Iranian left back here, Mohammadi, just falls asleep, and then Serginho Dest takes the space and advances all the way up on the right side, and then you saw Christian Pulisic recognizing that chance was developing, and he was free. He made that on a beeline. He's visibly shaken up here. Not great for the United States, but what is great is the fact that they're leading in this game, and they're going to give him every opportunity before they make a sub.
They are defending with 10 men right now. There's going to be a lot of stoppage time coming, so if you want to theoretically, well, can we just survive into halftime, give them those 15 minutes? That's an awful lot of defending a man. Line as the cross comes in, Paul Vickers alert. Wade picks it up, gets it away for Sargent. The U.S. is playing down a man right now with Pulisic behind the goal to our left, receiving treatment as it comes across for Sargent. He brings it down, he stumbles, he fires across the goal.
Pulisic still struggling to walk. You can see him right there with U.S. team doctor, Dr. Bert Mandelbaum. As Josh Sargent again. Now, the United States have started to go a little bit more direct as Iran not as disciplined in their defensive shape. And you're seeing Sargent making the run. The same run as Serginho Dest made as well. Still, I'm watching down the U.S. bench. They're still waiting for a signal from him. That's what Greg Berhalter's saying. Hold on, let's wait a second. He's going to give it a go.
I mean, this would really be something. You saw how shaken out he was. You saw how hard that collision was. But he's going to try to get back out there and continue. He's not out there yet. U.S. still down a man. Adams trying to recover. Gets the bump in behind. Hassanti. Yellow card for Tyler Adams.
And technical foul there for Tyler Adams, stopping a counterattacking opportunity as Pulisic is jogging over to the side here. Looks like he is going to come back. My goodness. I mean, you want the definition of laying it on the line for your country right there in a game? All right, my Pulisic. Big time.
Tyler Adams, the yellow card, his first of the tournament. Christian Pulisic back out there. His goal, sending the U.S. on to the next round as it stands. His 21st for his country. The free kick now set in. An Iranian had Pulisic there to release it, and there was an offside flag anyway. Pulisic is still struggling a little bit. Tyler Adams having a chat with him.
I think right now in the United States, you're Greg Berhalter and even Pulisic, you want to see, you want to give him a chance to give it a go. You try to get to halftime, you reassess, you have a chance for the team training staff to have a look to doctors as well and see if he's going to be okay for the second half. As we saw, this gets caught in possession. Subs will be important at some point in this game on both sides.
Let's go down to Jenny Taft for more on Christian Pulisic.
It's been so clear, guys, just talking to so many of these U.S. players, the coaching staff. Tyler Adams said that Christian Pulisic has been so focused, so locked in, and he said he has made a name for himself on our team by being a difference maker. We all know what didn't happen for the U.S. 4 years ago, not qualifying. That is something that Christian Pulisic has lived with, and he also said before the tournament, I'm never going to take for granted what I do.
Sargent released by Adams. Joe Sargent. Great break there. And the U.S. not out of the woods yet, because if Iran score another, they're right back to square one. A second goal would be massive. They have to win. A tie knocks them out.
Well, already you're seeing the game open up a bit in transition for the United States because Iran have to be more aggressive now. They have to step up the field. They have to open themselves up. It was a great looking move, but then they just tried to pass it in the net. The ball initially from Tyler Adams. Look how he gets out of a tight space here because the run is on now. If you can play it, couldn't. Opens up the space, good. Running from Sargent, drags two defenders with him. Then he gets the overlapping run from Tingway. He recognized where the space was and tried to lay it back to him one more time. The shot needs to come off here. Touch out of your feet. Bang, get the shot off. Instead, looking for the unselfish pass back to Sargent. What a team goal that would have been had they executed on the last one. But I just think Weah there put that one on frame.
You have Mohammadi who's down. 5 minutes at the end of this half, of which we've played none so far because Mohammadi got shaken up there. Staff will come out.
So we think back to that Wales game and how good the United States were in the first half. The second half, they allowed Wales to get back in the game, playing more direct. That's fine. But the game was open in transition. The United States did not take advantage of those opportunities. It was decision making, it was passing, it was too many touches. You can't fall into the same trap. There's going to be opportunities for that second one, and the question is going to be finding it, because Iran are going to bring it all.
Iran right now playing with 10 men because Mohammadi is still down on the far side of the field receiving treatment. Looks like they might have made the decision to make a sub. Carlos Karras is upset about this situation right now. Why they weren't given the opportunity to make the sub. They will make him down. Mohammadi is done for the night. Something on the other side. And they're still upset about things right now. Something's dropped back to left back right now. Already off. Des pulls it in. Remy defending him. Des got away. Musa decided to be careful there how much he was going to reach in for that one. That's too far towards Remy. He's late. Or at least we've exhausted 3 minutes of the 5. I'm not sure how much is left. Des. That's too much for Way.
I think this has been a good first half for the United States. No shots for Iran. Dominating with the ball. Continuing to put pressure on their back line, and eventually that paid off. Because that was the gap. We're talking about the defense for Iran, not making the one play, not going 5 yards. McKinney, no pressure on the ball, sprays it out to Des. Pulisic laying it on the line against the goal. It still means, though, in the second half, you have to maintain concentration in these types of moments. You have to be strong in the air. You have to be strong in second balls. And don't sit back and just play passive. Because what has been this team's greatest quality is their ability to dominate with the ball and play aggressive and using their strengths. So very good first half, but a long 45 in that second half coming up.
Hardenberger's got away with one there because he came to get that header. They didn't get there, and the referee said that he was fouled. The U.S. was able to let it back. Green has Robinson making the run, putting up behind it. Good step by Musa. Sargent pulls it up. Pulisic. Robinson now. Way into the middle. Robinson gets under control. Way wants to but it's not going to reach him. Pulisic picks it up. Pulisic to the byline. Forced to cycle it around. Intercepted. Trying to play back for Robinson. Lizade well read there. Good pressure by the U.S. to win it back. Way up. Pulisic. Musa. Could get through.
On his birthday, nonetheless. 20 years old today. Yes, 20-2-0. He's a man possessed. He's all over the field. A couple times getting caught in possession, but in the parts of the field that it's okay, the attacking half trying to be inventive, but then still, as soon as the ball turns over, winning it back, he's been immense.
Final seconds of the half. Sargent for Robinson, trying to cut it back. Sargent still down in the corner. Find the angle. Back for Pulisic, going to the box, down to coming in. Pulisic hooks it deep. Just waiting for it. Had one on the outside by Hasafi. Is there time enough for Iran to come the other way? Ready to Remy. Slowed up by Serginho Dest. Now the outlet pass, read by Cameron Carter-Vickers. Pressured. We'll find Weston McKinney. Still good play on. Final seconds here. McKinney. Offside decision. Good play. Turn this and give the U.S. their second goal. Iran are trying to restart play as quickly as possible, so there is no review.
We're whistling play on, so that is tight. And we'll get the replay, we'll get the pictures of just how tight it is. But that is the technology being implemented, and they just, it was just offside.
That's a matter of inches, but apparently the call came down quickly that he was offside. His play was restarted.
Good ball, McKinney. Great ball back to Matt Turner. Iran trying to have some pressure, took their whole attacking line out of the play.
So time for Iran, but they give the pass away, and that will end the first half of the first game. Christian Pulisic, the winner of the stand, drops on up in the Corniche at our set. 45 minutes to go, 45 to go. Down here in Altamama, the United States 1, Iran 0.
FIFA World Cup halftime show on Fox is presented by Verizon. States with a 1-0 lead over Iran. That result suits the Americans just fine. They're 45 minutes away from advancing out of Group B. As things stand right now, it would be the U.S. and the Netherlands Saturday in the round of 16. Another look at the offside right here. Thought it was 2-0. Flag came up. The Americans getting their second goal of this tournament, and it would be one that would send them through to the round of 16 at the expense of Iran. First half highlights next.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup on Fox is sponsored by Verizon. A gift for you, a gift to give. On us, visit a store today for our best deals of the year.
My signal is totally ghosted.
You need a better network. 'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro.
Amazing. Oh,
This holiday season, Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro, plus an Apple gift like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro. All on us. That's a value of up to $1,900. Wow! And there are unlimited plans for everyone, starting at just $35 a line. It's our best deal of the year. Get the network you deserve and the savings you want. Only on Verizon.
Beckham in the house. Watching a little soccer. Nice.
It's the FIFA World Cup.
And it's football.
Bro, you know it.
Yep.
Okay, those are chips.
Crisp.
It's cleats, scoops, but that is soccer.
No, my friend, that is football.
Okay. Definition. Soccer is a round. Football is an oval ball. Like those golden balls.
So what else the world? Is it called football?
Soccer.
It all comes down to this.
It's soccer. We're gonna have it now. It's a classic.
No, tackle.
Soccer. Have you won two World Cups?
No.
Like I'm going to World Cups.
It says soccer ball, not football ball. You arguing soccer ball? Go ahead. Tell them.
No matter what color, don't forget the chips for the FIFA World Cup.
We don't need more chips, by the way. Whatever.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on Fox is presented by Verizon.
The U.S. men's national team has reached the knockout stage in 3 of their last 4 World Cup appearances. They are 45 minutes away from advancing in this edition of the World Cup. The U.S. with a 1-0 lead over Iran. The result, as it stands right now, sends the Americans through to the knockout stage. Remember, they must win this game to move on. Rod Stone, Kevin Smith, Clint Dempsey, and Lexi Wallace. A lot of Patriots right here behind us. All 4 teams in Group B still alive for those 2 knockout stage berths. The U.S. has dominated the first 45, an 8-0 shot advantage as we take in our first half highlights.
Lots of opportunities, lots of shots, lots of crosses. Look at this dangerous one for Sergino, just right at the near post. The U.S. all over Iran. Iran doesn't want any part of this. Iran doesn't want any part of this game. They are giving the U.S. the ball. They are giving the U.S. opportunity after opportunity.
Yeah, you can see here, always probing, always trying to play those little deep balls. George, mate, that's his dad. Probably could have taken that down and taken extra touch. Didn't realise he had that much time.
Yeah, out wide, ball into the box. Josh Sargent has had a very good half. Drops away in here, his eyes get big, and he just slams this one over the top. You're going to see a lot of opportunities from the guys in blue, because it was one-way traffic.
We talked about our midfield. They were on fire today. Weston with the great ball over the top to Dennis. What a finish from Christian. We talked about putting your body on the line, and boy did he get for this situation. What a great goal for him. Way to open up his account for this tournament, and the team's doing what they need to do, up 1-0.
Weston McKinney just dropping dimes all over the field, and the bravery from Pulisic, the reaction in Kansas City. But that collision kept him on the sideline, and then the American soccer version of Willis Reed gets up and winks his way out back onto the field. Live standings from Group B. England sitting on 5 points as well. They're currently playing Wales on FS1, the U.S. on 5 as well. Again, the top 2 move on to the next stage. Christian Pulisic, we're talking about we need some bravery. We need some of those old Clint Dempsey faces. And that was a moment that we're going to remember from Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, you got to put your body on the line. You've had the crosses in the game, but no one's getting on the end of things. And you got to sacrifice your body sometimes for the team, for your country. And that's what he did there. He won for your legacy as well. He wanted it more than the opposition. And that's what you have to do if you want to win games and get out of the group phase.
He's taking a gamble, isn't he? His instinct is getting there. He's putting his body on the line. He doesn't care if he gets hurt as long as the ball goes in the back of the goal.
He smelled it. He made up 5-6 yards back being behind the defenders here. But keep in mind, the U.S. in the first game against Wales, great first half, disaster second half. Iran is going to change. They are going to change things, and they're going to come out flying. They better be ready, the U.S. Your first half moment is sponsored by Verizon. Christian Pulisic's first World Cup goal, a massive one. He paid the price for it, but he got back up on his feet.
COVID-19, some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad, it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, asthma, or smoking. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, don't wait. Ask your healthcare provider right away if an authorized oral treatment is right for you.
Imagine experiencing the intensity, the passion, and the spectacle of the greatest tournament on earth every single year. Soccer's top teams, all battling to be crowned champion of champions. Not for country, but for club. World-class coverage of world-class soccer. Don't stop watching. The UEFA Champions League. Stream every match exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Applebee's new sizzling skillets starting at just $10.99.
Toyotathon is on. It's the most magical time of the year with great deals on Camry, RAV4, and Tundra. Where's the Tundra?
He else borrowed it.
What?
People coming!
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
What makes UCare individual and family plans a top choice on Minsure? Well, people know a good deal when they see one. UCare has some of the lowest cost plans around. Plus, we have a large network, so you're more likely to keep your dog fed wherever they may practice. To get started, go to minsure.org and sort through available plans based on cost, coverage, and more. If you need any help, a UCare Simplifier is always at the ready to help you, well, simplify. UCare, people-powered health plans.
In our winter, the forts are made of snow. There's no such thing as wind chill. The only thing frozen is your cocktail. And our people shine as bright as the sun. Feel your warmth, live Boricua.
All the difference out there, kid. If you're talking money, just next big American pressure.
So where do you think this pressure's coming from?
Everywhere. I'm gonna take the least.
So much pressure.
Pressure makes diamonds.
The world doesn't come together like this very often. And when it does, the results can be extraordinary. Qatar is committed to that idea and growing its potential as a partner, investor, and innovator with possibilities that are unlimited and rewards that are priceless. Let the world
World Cup halftime show on Fox is presented by Verizon.
U.S. fans gathered in huge numbers around our set. We've seen that all turn on. Our friend Clint Dempsey. Get them in the mood. Banging out a couple selfies here today. 2 round of 16 spots have already been claimed. The Netherlands won Group A by taking care of business against Qatar. Cody Gakpo with his 3rd goal of the tournament. They win it 2-0. Senegal also advanced first in a 2-1 win over Ecuador. They secured their 2nd ever knockout stage berth. And first in 20 years, the captain, Chelsea's Kalidou Koulibaly, with his 1st international goal, turned out to be the game winner. 4 more matches tomorrow. First up, Group D concludes with Tunisia and already advanced France on Fox. Australia didn't look at FS1. Later, Group C action. Poland meeting Argentina and Messi on Fox. And Saudi Arabia taking on Mexico on FS1. Play more. Still to go.
Good morning, America. Rise and shine. All across the country, getting up early this year with one thing on our mind.
It's soccer.
Whether you're ripping like Laduna in all the colors, or you need the world to know this is our year. Because the beautiful game belongs to all of us.
Get Google Pixel 7 Pro for free. Plus, your Pixel Watch, Pixel Buds Pro, and more.
This isn't Sherman. The water I don't feel is clean.
Hurry up, Dad. You've been in there forever.
I'm trying. This cheap stuff is too thin.
I told you not to get the other toilet paper. Here's the new Charmin Ultra Strong.
My mom's been saved.
With its diamond leaf texture, new Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort.
What's everybody waiting for? This?
Hey, hon, we know you're clean. We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Hey, you!
Every sound, every movement is closing in. This dead moon, it's not done to me yet. Just one thing to do. Survive.
Michigan is to punch their ticket to the playoffs as they battle for the Big Ten Championship. Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
States back on the field at Altamont Stadium in a game they must win against Iran. Christian Pulisic is not with them. He has not come back out of the locker room. At least as we have seen, he has been substituted off. The goal scorer for the U.S. tonight, replaced by Brendan Aronson. A change as well for Iran. Margonos making his debut at this tournament. Replacing Aspo's their all-time leading scorers, and who was so involved in the attacking moves they were trying to create. Second change for Iran, including the injury move they had to make at left back. So we don't know any more on Pulisic. All we know is that his night is done as he suffered that heavy collision in scoring the goal in the 38th minute, which as it stands is sending the United States through to the knockout stage in a meeting with the Netherlands on Saturday. Brendan Aronson taking his place on the left wing. What does Aronson bring him? What becomes key in this second half?
Well, Aronson will bring a lot of energy to this team. Coming into the final third too, his ability to press the ball. So this is a high-level player that's coming in for Christian Pulisic, plays in the Premier League with Leeds, and has been on the verge of starting. Gets a big opportunity here in the second half to play some significant minutes. Can he be a difference maker in the final third? I think the U.S. have to find a second goal here. That's going to be very important for this team, but it's much of the same. Iran are going to play more aggressively. They're going to push up the field. There's going to be space in transition as Aaron St. was about to get his first touch. But it's whistled for offside.
Second half underway, a little past 11 p.m. here in Qatar, a little past 11:30 p.m. in Tehran, which is half an hour ahead of us. Just past 2 o'clock in St. Louis, Missouri, which has produced a number of American players and 2 starters on this field, Josh Sargent and Tim Ream, for an American team that has to win tonight. Aronson is too far in front of him. Oh, he might get back to it. He has. Brendan Aronson trying to get back to that second touch. Barrett Van, who made 2 saves in the first half, comes across to collect. Iran need only a draw to advance. The U.S. has to win. Ream got just a little bit of a touch. Remy couldn't take it in stride. He's got options running in. Tyler Adams once again
to the rescue. Well, Remy's playing through the middle. Osmo's gone out of the game, so his speed now gives them a different element through the middle. It's going to be a different type of game as opposed to player Osmo who kept wanting to come towards the ball. So now you're going to get runners in behind Tim Ream and Cameron Carter-Vickers. Communication is important. Defensive positioning is important, and still pressure on the ball in those quick transitions for the United States.
Aronson, Josh Sargent from an angle. Sargent bobbled and covered up on Aaron Van's third save of the game.
These types of runs have been good from both Sargent and from Weah. Look at the timing of that one. He's onside there. But running across, so if he takes the center back, you have to now follow him all the way across to even get a challenge on Josh Sargent. He's trying to hit that far post. Not a bad looking strike with the left foot. Had a lot to do from that angle.
And you saw there as we tossed to Rob, Tim Weah offside by half the body length. What would have been the second goal in the first half stoppage time, but he was right back on the attack. Aronson behind Weah, steers it to Musa, quick play, the return for Weah. Adams comes across, U.S. has momentum, they have the ball, they got to be able to catch this in, because what you don't want to do is be defending for your life in the final minutes, knowing that your raw tying goal can knock you out. We saw they were not able to do to get over that hump against England on Friday. Adams, long switch for Anthony Robinson. 1v2, finds Musa. Aronson turns, resets wide. Robinson, cross, U.S.
Already from Brendan Aronson, slided right into the game. Actually sometimes benefits you coming in as a sub at the half, as opposed to trying to get up to the speed of the game so quickly as the game is flowing, because you're starting from coldest everybody else is. He's finding good pockets right in front of the defense behind the midfield. He's playing on the half turn already, so his first touch is facing goal, and the timing of his passes. Now he's going to take set pieces. What does that change as well? What kind of service can he provide? Because the U.S. weren't able to cash in under Pulisic.
On the first 2 corners of the night, this is the third. Aronson swung in. Carter-Vickers was close to it. Aronson a sprint to get out to the second ball, and he can't do so. And it's Taremi on the run. Lazani making a run. Villan's making a run. Taremi carrying himself, and finally runs out of steam.
Oh, that's a flavor in the He's a man.
I thought that Aronson could have found up letting him go. Great work in the end, though, by the United States at Serginho Dest.
Getty Tapp, down to you for the latest.
Well, Greg Berhalter confirmed to me it's an abdominal injury for Christian Pulisic. He said the biggest thing right now, we want to win this game, and that was the latest with Pulisic. In terms of the energy I was hearing from the group guys, loudest I've heard them coming back after the break, continue to say we cannot let them get into this thing or fight back. Weston McKennie continued to say, we are not going to let them get comfortable with us. This is our game.
We're on the ball again. That was the wrong side of Taremi, though. Now can the U.S. make sure that's a talking point, but they have one more game to play. Pulisic's condition. What Josh Sargent
takes a knee to the back. Well, letting him play. Sargent still down behind the play. I thought he did a good job getting his body in the way, trying to hold it up, and Hosseini just comes right through the back of Josh Sargent, still on the ground, the United States with the ball.
Sargent's still down. He's trying to get to his feet as Musa slides through it. It's funny, the referee right now, yelling at Berhalter, not yelling at him, but just sort of shrugging his shoulders like, what? It wasn't a foul.
Yeah. Well, it's the right knee. It's the right knee of Mercedes right into the back. And you see in that clip the facial expression of Josh Sargent, which tells you the point of contact was before the ball even gets to it.
England are leading 2-0 against Wales. That was the only thing that could mean a tie wouldn't be enough is if Wales won that game. So that does just sort of solidify this notion. If Iran can get a tying goal, it's 1-1. It's Iran who advances. It's the U.S. who are on an airplane ride home tomorrow. So this thing's far from done. And here come Iran. Green, and be careful the last moment. Zayan has it back. Zayan gets the cross in, and it's over there. Turner rooted to his line, and Dest could get inside of Godos.
And he gets a high five from Carter Vickers, because right here, Serginho Dest is actually caught a little flat-footed, but able to get enough of contact and pressure here on the strike to force that header over the goal. So that's just another reminder there for the United States. You're going to see a lot of this. Iran aren't going to go down without a fight in this game.
That's their first shot of the night. Step one to Anthony Robinson. Numbers pouring forward for the United States. Robinson. And he got closed down there by Rezayan, and he couldn't make the connection with Aronson. Bundles of nerves right now inside Al Tumala Stadium on the south end of Doha. Sandy goes long. Green wins the header. Is trying to lay that off for McKinney. Karimi. It's Elahi. Karimi. It's Elahi again. Rizane. Zayan's cross. Green heads away. And it bounces out for U.S. throw.
Brandon Aaronson's got to get a little deeper defensively there and help out Anthony Robinson. They were 2 against 1, and there was the overlapping run that allowed the time and space for that cross to come in. Defending crosses, something we talked about all the way at the beginning of the first half, is going to be key. Getting pressure on that, not allowing time and space to get good quality balls in. There will be numbers crashing that box.
Sargent came out of there with a way of making the run. It's Dest running forward. Serginho Dest thinking about it. Serginho Dest. And he's kind of tripped up there as he was trying to play the pass. He's tipped off. There was a foul. Also doing the hard running, trying to slow it up. But it's Mini Taremi who has the ball. It's Godos who's in the middle. It's Taremi running at and around Carter Vickers, who does just enough in the air. And screwed on Matt Turner.
Yeah, well, Carter Vickers, he hesitates, he backed off. Serginho Dest was out of position on the right, he was caught up the field. Now he was with Taremi and then decided to just relinquish the space and then allow him to pick it off. And then he tries to round the corner, but look at the job he does there, getting that initial touch on him, a burst of speed, and then the strength at the end of that without making a challenge to give away a penalty. The ball was out, there was some contact on Matt Turner at the end of that play. A little shaky moment there for Cameron Carter-Vickers that comes down to decision-making and communication, especially recognition that your teammate was all the way up the field.
Communication in a loud stadium. For a guy who hasn't played a ton and has never played before for the U.S. with a center back partner, Tim Reed. McKinney. Robinson wide, he comes inside for Aronson. By one, Aronson trying to find Sargent, cleared behind for a corner.
That's good patience, good possession, working the back line from a run, eventually waiting for Weston McKinney to break up the field, finds a little slip pass to Aronson, skips by his man with a little cheeky nutmeg there, and then trying to pick out the run of Josh Sargent, got himself into a good spot, but it's the trail leg that stops the ball getting to him. Nice move from the United States in the front quarter.
Fourth of the game, second to be taken by Brendan Aronson, the halftime injury replacement for the goal scorer Christian Pulisic. In it comes to the back post. And the U.S. will get another on the near side. Turn to belt the clock a little bit in the lead. There's an outswinger at the near post looking for way out. Long run for McKinney, gets there first. Gets it back, stumbles, gets back up, keeps the ball. Is going to get on the end of this. That's out one for the cross.
Yeah, seriously.
As the Iranian fans turn now to try to inject a little energy into their team with the ball. You see them stepping up their pressure at times. A little bit of desperation now from them. The U.S. are going to have a spell in this second half. They've been under a bit of pressure already. We're going to have to weather some of that. And there's Terrelli
offside. Well, he couldn't get it away in time.
Changes will be key. Subs will be very important in the second half. There's the offside call. Terrelli just going a little bit too soon. We've seen subs score goals. We have seen tactical formation switches for coaches have a big effect. It's going to be important for the United States to keep energy and pressure on the ball, not dropping off deep. So at what point does Greg Berhalter go to his bench again in the second half? I'd be looking at a guy like Gio Reyna for some possession.
Yes, for Sargent. Aronson wants it. Sargent just whiffed. Trying to get the pass away. Wahi. Close. Dents the defender. Pulled inside on the turn. Karimi. And stepped in the block. That was last off the Iranian player. It's going to be back in. Safi inside. Josh Sargent defensive work. Adams helping as well. Where? Great work.
Oh, Aronson got space and he can go. The other position at one range on this, do you swap out your striker soon? Josh Sargent's having to do a lot of defensive work. It's that kind of game now, and you have to be an outlet of possession. You have to use your hold-up play. You have to run the channels, but you still have to come back and defend it. Energy can set the tone, so do we maybe see Jesus Ferreira for the first time in this tournament in that position?
The stadium. The United States, as it stands, advancing to the next round of the tournament. Iran, as it stands, going home. Anthony Robinson, heavy first touch. And a ball from Weston McKinney. Christian Pulisic, first half goal Collision with the goalkeeper after he was down for a while. He played through the half. Abdominal injury was the report Greg Berhalter gave to Jenny Taft. He was subbed out at halftime for Brendan Aronson. Knocks the U.S. out of the World Cup, and it would be Iran who advanced. Winners of Group A. The great comeback. Rezayan, space and time. Rezayan's cross in. Reed up in the air at the top of the box. Way a collision of bodies. Comes out of there with it. Way up. Trying to escape.
Really important clearance from Tim Ream there at the near post. And then equally as important from Tim Wayne to get his team off the field, an outlet with his speed, able to break away, good close control, draws in the challenge, wins the throw in the attacking half, and it just allows you to take a pause coming off the back of some pressure there from Iran. Looks like Kellen Acosta coming over to the U.S. bench.
Jest. Back for Whale. Out for Sargent. And Ron will make another sub in a moment as well. And Ream's going to carry forward. Pass was blocked, right back to him. Lobs it wide for Anthony Robinson. Played in a huge shout of pain. Rezayan.
Anthony Robinson going up for the challenge. It's accidental contact. Ends up scraping down the back leg of Rezayan.
Rezayan was screaming and shouting, but now he's going to continue. Kellen Acosta preparing to come on. As the sub in the second half against Wales might have saved the USA's World Cup with that rugby tackle of Gareth Bale, who was looking to score from midfield with that turnaround of his goal in the final seconds. Sargent, good pressure. It's Talahi able to get away though. Rodos running at Dest. Rodos hooking that in behind the target. Diving header by Robinson, all the way clear. Robinson doesn't get to the second ball. The box where it comes across. He does it! It's a miss from Rodos on the back from Iran.
Well, Anthony Robinson comes out and doesn't go as aggressively into this tackle because it's inside the box. So he ends up just pulling out a little bit because he doesn't want to give away a penalty. And then it's a pick-out pass, evades the first one, and it's Godos at the back post. Serginho Dest trying to get there. He's caught flat-footed. Cameron Carter Vickers makes the first one. And it just can't wrap around it enough and stay over the top of it. He's trying to pick out that far corner. Matt Turner would have had no chance. He's shielded there. And the U.S. narrowly evading one. It's actually for Weston McKinney. McKinney started to tire a little bit there, John. In that last one, struggling to get back and make that extra 10-15-yard run. It's a something we've seen consistently for Greg Berhalter.
He was coming in off the quad injury, didn't play for a couple of weeks coming into the World Cup. Hasn't been able to go 90. But has been able to, as you made the point, talk the last couple of days, set the tone for the U.S. as a starter. even if he's not 100%. Kellen Acosta's on the field. We're preparing 2 substitutions, didn't make them just yet. Oh, it's closed down by Sargent. Fingers under pressure. 25 minutes to go. One of the words you hear a lot in soccer is suffer. Greg Berhalter has talked about that for his team's ability to suffer through moments in games. This is a great example of that. England are not suffering. Wales are 3-0 to the English. They're cruising atop the group. They'll play Senegal Sunday as it stands. Marcus Rashford getting his second. As the noise and the intensity is only building for a desperate Iran in search of a goal that will send them on for the first time in their history to the knockout stage and send the U.S. home.
Be careful, this one might stay in here.
Way up there, Hart. Just a foul, no card. Laganji.
And it gets Laganji just to get on top of him, trying to be overly aggressive. To me, he's been clever in the way in which he's held the ball up. That time he's able to feel the pressure coming from the inside, so he spins and was able to break away, but he felt just enough contact goes down, and again, just settling that down. The United States need to get back to having to spell a possession with the ball. That's a good looking ball from Dex, picking out Aronson.
Look at how it was. A free kick coming to the great shooting position for the United States. And already Brendan Aronson and Kellen Acosta are having a discussion on who's going to take it.
Kellen Acosta of LAFC and MLS, your MLS Cup champions, scored a goal in that final from a set piece from this type of area. It's a good deflection on the way through, but he can strike a really good ball. So I mentioned it is between him and Aronson. It's Kellen Acosta holding it right now.
27-year-old from Dallas, Texas, was one of the players on the field 5 years ago when the U.S. failed to qualify for the last World Cup. Didn't play for 2 entire years for the United States before he became irreplaceable over the course of the last year and a half. Now with just over 20 minutes to go in a must-win game at the World Cup. Acosta sitting the ball. Musa now comes over.
Now this was something we saw the U.S. practicing all the way back in Kansas City for that friendly ahead of Uruguay. Watching Yunus Musa strike them with the inside of the foot, going for that kind of knuckle approach. They had a camera filming it and everything, working on his technique. But I wonder what it is. Yunus Musa calling off Kellen Acosta here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Young buck. I don't need you.
Can the birthday boy deliver?
Turning 20 today.
Hashtag La Liga. Hashtag La Liga.
New York City
Birthday
English
present.
stands over it.
Helen, move aside.
Eric Van getting himself set. It's Musa. He just couldn't get it down.
Yeah, that's what he was going for. That type of technique, you open up your foot, you try to hit the ball to where it knuckles a little bit and has the dip over the wall. He just couldn't get enough of the top spin to get it down.
But Adams was beat there. Just a speculative long ball from America. Adams said he didn't get a shout. He didn't know that Mediterranean was coming over the back of him. Iran get a throw up the field. So they are now going to be in a moment making their 2 substitutions they were preparing earlier. See the substitute drawing the ball there. Hasafi, the captain, 32 years of age. Long throw in, gets the flick across. Anthony Robinson there for the second ball. Sargent trying to lead the pressure. Hasafi catching the air from Gonos, who had that miss a few minutes ago. Those controls on Dest. As it's a lot here. And Turner seemed comfortable enough that he had it covered.
Surprised he ends up shaping up to shoot this one. He's a long way out. It would take a lot to be one of the better shot stoppers and goalkeepers in Matt Turner in this tournament. Just long way, they had runners crashing in front of the box. And now we're going to get 2 subs here.
Zane and Safi are the 2 numbers that they put up. There seems to be some confusion and argument, though, on the Iran bench about what's down moving on to bring off. It's Arabi, who's appeared as a substitute in all 3 games in the group. Jalali, it's his 5th ever appearance for Iran, his first at this tournament as the other come on. Milwaukee's off. Selfie's off. Zane. The 3rd different left back of the night for Iran. And an injury and a substitution. Sargent, the body of the defender, brought down off the chest. Can he find the outlet? Yes, here's Brendan Aronson. Those little moments when the U.S. can try to keep possession some. Ray can catch up to it. Raji is there. Tess thought that was going out, and it just is. Running away with the group. It's control for Olagamji. Sargent has it now. The U.S. join England in the knockout stage. The win would do it. Time goal for Iran would send the U.S. home. Iran would go on at their expense. All the possession, all the statistical advantage. Be wiped away in a moment. Dest will be a matchup against the country of his birth, the Netherlands, coming for the U.S. on Saturday if they can win this.
Who I feel has been terrific, Serginho Dest, attacking and defending, and the assist on the goal tonight.
Not trying to go quickly as the U.S. turned it over. They're pouring some numbers forward. Just trying to recover. Aronson a touch. Robinson late to react. Just got there in front of Zaremi. To a big kind of win. Sargent trying to accelerate, runs away from him. Oh, collision there with Hosseini. Josh Sargent's down in pain.
Yeah, it was awkward after the ball. Is it how he landed? Oh boy. Yeah, that didn't look good for Sargent. Just watch, if you can, the right leg is a little bit of hyperextension there for. Training staff now to look at that one. They do have Haji right, down to our right, warming up right now.
Just to be clear, that was not Alexi Lopes in the stands. He did not make the drive down there. Sargent sits back up, so this will be time added on, and this will be time that will bring much anxiety for everyone in the building if it remains 1-0. Sargent, second start at this tournament for the United States. He at one point didn't come in to the national team for an entire year.
Instantly holding that right ankle, which is what is being evaluated right now by U.S. team training staff.
What's the game plan for this kind of situation? You've got 15, probably more like 20 or 25. Are you trying to get that second? How do you balance it out, knowing that the Iran goal the other way knocks you down?
What you're trying to do is keep your opponent as far away from your goal as you can by using the ball. You love a second, absolutely. And I think for the U.S., the chances are going to be there, but you don't take too many risks. And by that, it's not playing passes, high-risk passes in the middle of the field, not taking too many touches, still using the ball, spreading the field. You got Weston McKennie who came off. Look at him. He's up off the bench talking to players coming over to get a little bit of water. A lot of discussion right now between the U.S. team staff over here. Greg Berhalter and his assistants.
The ball's back in play. Sargent is off to the side, so the U.S. is defending a man short right now until either Sargent returns or the U.S. gets a sub on the field. Iran are preparing their fifth and final substitution. With a quarter hour plus stoppage time to go. Christian Pulisic suffered an injury while doing so. But he has the lone goal tonight. Gomes for Iran, trying to barge his way through. Musa and Adams combining. Almost had it hacked away. Robinson gets rid of it for Aronson.
Looks like Haji Wright is this opportunity. It's going to be a yellow card. It's Haji Wright coming in for Josh Sargent. Your U.S. going to make a change up front.
This was Saini given the yellow. Being helped to his feet right now.
It's a great first touch, and he feels Husseini coming in very aggressively. So clever, just lifts the ball over his foot, and now you kind of drag your leg a little bit. You take some of that contact to win the foul. It allows the U.S. to make the sub. Here comes Haji Wright. Got the start the other night against England, and tonight coming off the bench for his 6th appearance for the United States.
Iran making a sub as well, but Izade coming off. Safari is on. Scored a goal in their group stage finale, a 1-1 draw with Portugal 4 years ago. It was not enough to get them through. They needed to win that night. If they get a come from behind draw tonight, as they did 4 years ago, that would be enough to take them through to the knockout stage for the first time in their history. The United States have the edge, they have the margin, but only just.
Just going back to your earlier question, I think the key word for the United States becomes control. You try to control the game with the ball, but then if you have to do some defensive work, you do that too, and you stay disciplined, you stay organized, you're trying to maintain and control the game through your pressure as well, keeping Iran back defensively, not opening up through the middle of the field, getting pressure on the crosses wide, and then still with control, pushing forward when you can. This Tim Wave's coming over to help out. Anthony Robinson there.
In towards Karimi. Aronson was tracking back to help. Right out jumped in his first action tonight. Second goal. Karimi knocks it wide, foot race to get to it. Gomes there in front of Dest. Way to try to put some pressure on Jalali. Adams couldn't get the tackle. Wide it comes, Gomes. Carter Vickers. Shoulder to shoulder. Well, the Iran bench is furious. They're all leaping up. They want a foul to go kick.
Well, Carter Vickers made a great run there. 30-yard run from the central position where he's playing and comes out, because that run had come from inside to out, down into the channel. He gets there first, and might have been a little bit of contact, but I think it's enough where they're both challenging for the ball, and he gets his shoulder across.
RJ Taft reporting from the sideline. Josh Sargent, tears in his eyes. He was helped back across to the U.S. bench. U.S. just get there. Worry about the injury concerns, the availability concerns later. They got to win this game for that's the matter for Saturday. Raleigh wanted to get a pass away, didn't have an option. Zayan running inside, slides through it to keep it, catches Haji Wright. As Allianz targeted right to get back to his feet. 10 minutes to go. Foul by Tim Weah. All the tricks are going to come out now. All that matters now is winning by any means necessary. And that's what you're going to see in the final 10 minutes plus stoppage time. U.S. will make 2 substitutions. The next opportunity.
I'd like to make that on the set piece because one of them is Walker Zimmerman, 2 defenders of Nashville SC in Major League Soccer, Shaq Moore and Walker Zimmerman, preparing to come on. I wonder, does it look like they're going to get these subs before this set piece here?
You don't like to sub on a defensive set piece because you got to rework the marking. Generally, they will do so. Dest will come off. We saw Moore come on late against England.
I gotta say here too, let's see the line of defense changes for the U.S. because it feels like a pretty high defensive line, leaving a lot of space between where they're setting that line and Matt Turner.
Turn away the others off, so an extra center back on defensive-minded formation now. The rest of the way.
Look for runners from deep. The decision-making of Matt Turner. How far does he come off his line?
Gonos hooks it wide. G right wins the header. Second ball picked up, hook back. Yeah! Popped in the air. Video assistant referee will have a look at it behind the play. As Musa carries forward, it's still in play. No, it's going to be pulled back for a foul.
Let's take a look at this. It comes in on the second wall. They're trying to hold the play around, of course, because they want this play to be reviewed. Let's see how it bounces up at the back post. There's no offside. Walker Zimmerman keeping the defender on side. He ends up missing the challenge, but is it the hand of Shaq Moore? No, you're not going to get that. I don't think it rolls up his body.
No way! No way!
No handball.
A yellow card shown to a player on Iran's bench. It's a different type of nervousness from 2010 when the U.S. was chasing the game. Now they're defending for their lives. An Iran goal knocks the U.S. out of the World Cup and sends Iran forward for the first time in their history to the knockout stage. U.S. as it stands advancing. The game they have to win. Matt Turner credited with his first save of the entire night in that sequence. 7 minutes. Plus we would anticipate an awful lot of stoppage time for the injuries. Or again tested 1v1, knocks it wide.
The U.S. have switched into a back 5 now. Shaq Moore playing on this side, 3 center backs. Walker Zimmerman got on the middle.
As Alani sends it in, Turner with a catch.
So what they're trying to do is make sure that they can get pressure. They can release their wide defenders, which is Anthony Robinson on the left-hand side. Here it is again. No shot of a handball. Well, a shot of a handball, but no clear handball for me there. Karimi's asking the referee for it. So you want Shaq Moore and Anthony Robinson to be able to release a little bit and get pressure on the crosses. It still means work in front, though, from Yunus Musa and Kellen Acosta. A lot of the ball for Iran. U.S. can't get a hold of it.
Commits a foul. Advantage played here. Iran continue with it. Zayan. Robbie. England cruising. U.S. holding on by a thread, but still just enough. Iran know they have to score to keep their World Cup alive. Zalahi up the gut. He picks it up. Zimmerman blocked clearance, only partially clear. As Talahi goes down, no foul. Adams, but he was tripped up. U.S. would love to get that free kick. They're not going to. Aronson all by himself right now. Chase around. Just control it after the throw.
He's so thick. Guys, now they're just the physicality.
5 minutes plus stoppage time.
Mojo runs on, right? Our boost.
More defending. Carter Vickers down, called into action.
It's a really important balance defensively for the United States when the ball's in key areas, not giving away silly fouls, not being overly aggressive in non-dangerous situations, because the Iranians will be looking to go down and try and win free kicks. You gotta dig deep. This is digging deep now defensively. Without the ball, making sure you don't fall asleep, you follow your marks.
Has a chance to get on the end of that from Turner and does. Slips off the defender. Aronson runs. Aronson cuts it back. Does he have the option? From Carter Vickers defending on his own. Remy able to lay it back. Iran gained possession in the middle third of the field. That's a great cut by Jalali. Slowed up by Kellen Acosta. 3 minutes plus stoppage time.
And that could be maybe, we've seen that a lot in this tournament.
U.S. players beat for that one pass. Zayan crossing in. And Turner was screaming at Shaq Moore to let it go. Moore nods it out for a throw and not a corner. Cross coming in from deep. Zimmerman there. It's going to be 9 minutes. We've just seen it on our board. 9 added minutes on the way. Buckle up, America. Buckle up. Galali. Jack Moore defending. Galali. Back by Moore. Is it going to be a corner or a throw?
That's what he's whistling for.
It's Kanani, the substitute, who got a yellow card earlier. This is Iran's first corner kick of the entire game in the 89th minute as they desperately seek a tying goal, which for them would be a winning goal. They only need a tie to advance. And it comes, Turner stays at home. Zimmerman got knocked down, no foul, but no one there.
Only one man up though, Brendan Aronson. Going to try and hold it up here against a couple of defenders.
And that'll be a U.S. throw. That'll relieve some pressure, and that'll milk some of this clock. United States as we cross into the 90th minute.
Just uses his big frame to draw in the challenge from Karimi, who is overly aggressive, comes through the back. And as you saw, just the United States slow to take the set piece, trying to milk the clock.
Wasn't quite ready for it, trying to get back to it and can't. Remy, Moore first two, and Yunus Musa. The spin away, Aronson wants it. Musa, can he get it? Lost his footing as he had Moore advancing. Now Shaq Moore's got to get back. It goes long, that'll work for the U.S.
Too many touches there from Yunus Musa, especially after Shaq Moore had made that run to overlap him. That's the type of play, though, that you have to be smart. What I was talking about earlier, because you have players out of position. You take those touches, there's a big hole in the defense. The U.S. got lucky that Iran made a bad decision with the ball there.
9 minutes to play at least at Allianz Stadium. The United States as it stands advancing to face the Netherlands on Saturday in the round of 16. Iran as it stands going home. But an Iran goal knocks the U.S. out of the World Cup, sends them home tomorrow, and would send Iran forward to the knockout stage for the first time in their history. It's Remy coming all the way back to try to help in the build-up. Long it comes now. Godos brings it down. This is Halahi. Karimi to the outside. Zayan. Karami nowhere to go. 1 minute gone to the 9. Godos for Jalali. 4 defending. Jalali gets the cross in. Turner came for it. Zimmerman got his head to it.
Great header ball from Zimmerman. He had to be short. Sometimes as a center back, you have to make that decision. Turner wouldn't have that, but you can't take chances.
Jalali in, a little bit of contact. Connor Vicker's got to do something here. Plays it safe and out. Iran, as we welcome those of you joining us on FS1 who just saw England beat Wales to advance. We're at Allianz Stadium at the south end of Doha. The United States as it stands advancing. Iran, a time goal would knock the U.S. out, send Iran through.
Yeah, barely contacts, but enough that the attacking player there felt it and goes down to win a free kick. These are the type of situations you want to advance. Mark your man, clear it out. These are big-time set-piece defending here for the United States.
Ramin Rezayan stands over it. And Turner set. Rezayan in. Oh,
that's Kuralaganji going for it, and U.S. fans. I'm sure that's the face of many at home watching this right now as the United States trying to hold on here. Tyler Adams is with him step for step. And he goes to ground, it's low trajectory. He's trying to find out that near post. Ends up heading it wide. U.S. milking some clock. Matt Turner pushing the whole team up. Still 6 minutes to go.
Christian Pulisic, 38th minute goal, came off injured at the half in a collision with the Iranian goalkeeper as he scored. That's the difference right now. As the U.S. advancing in the round of 16 this weekend. An Iran goal will end the Americans World Cup. And it's Remy, their star forward. It is very warm, it is very muggy here. He's limping, he's trying to get some fluids in. He was getting fluids in earlier. Robinson intercepts the cross-field pass. Brendan Aronson, we didn't realize how close he was to against the header. Raji Wright couldn't pick a pocket. Adams flies all the way forward to help defend that one. Robinson shepherds it out.
Good step from the midfielder from Tyler Adams, taking some initiative to come out and get pressure on Kuralaganji there, and it forced that errant pass. Because the easy one would have been just to drop off. Haji Wright goes and pressures the keeper. That then initiates the other players to step up alongside him, all resulting now in the United States having some territory advantage of being in the attacking half. Something we haven't said too much the last 25 minutes.
Green there misplayed the pass. Lower on the outside. Godos running with Tyler Adams. That ball out of bounds. U.S. throw as we are halfway through the 9 added minutes. Sorry, far there. Trying to get the U.S. to go quickly. Iran would be doing the exact same thing if the situation was reversed. 4 minutes at least to go. blue reacting to that throw. Wright throws his body in. Aronson can't keep it in play. Wrong throw. U.S. got to get themselves reset here. Jalali at the near side. Musa poked it away. Will take the yellow card. The U.S. will take the time off the clock.
Quick run against Musa. He made a 10-yard run there, and he is gassed. Just look at his body language on the ground here. Gets pulled up on the other side, and then he's breaking away. You can see clearly the pull of the shirt got trying to take the shirt off him.
Teams out of subs. Both teams' collective gas tanks sitting close to empty. 3 minutes at least to go. In for Shaq Moore. Just gives it away, trying to find Algie Wright. Zimmerman wins the header. Kellen Costa trying to fill in the space for Ayrton, couldn't do so. Off to the open side. And that will spin all the way out for a U.S. throw.
The milking minutes off the clock in this type of situation, it's an art form. How many times have we seen this done to the United States? I think sometimes we've seen our teams be too naive in these scenarios, so it's good to see them going down, winning free kicks, milking clock, trying to get all the way. At this point in the game, you do anything to get that W.
Van, the goalkeeper, goes long. Zimmerman rising up for the header. Moves with whatever he has in his legs. Jalali sends it back up. Zimmerman a second time up for it. Zimmerman a third. Oh, it's a jump that time. Probably with his first choice. 2 minutes at least. Moore, the pressure, knocks it away. Algie Wright getting on the end of it. He's getting over to the other side of the field. He's just trying to commit a foul.
Oh my God!
Stop the attack. Robinson, big run forward. Trying to create some pressure, force it back to the goalkeeper. 90 seconds at a minimum. Van will lift this one long. Zimmerman sizes it up, gets the header away. Right, the second header. Musa trying to get out wide. Jalali brings it down. Just trying to prevent a forward pass. Adams the big run forward. Last man back is Hosseini. He'll lift it up, bring him back, tracking out. Jones left header! It's a penalty. Adams blocks it. Musa being to the second ball. Someone just get rid of that.
Potential penalty here on Carter Vickers. Nervy moment and nervy seeing what this decision is going to be. As this long ball comes up, he's onside. Does Cameron Vickers get another ball? I think he goes down far too easy here. There's a hand on the shoulder for sure, but I think Torreby's trying to play for the penalty. Probably need one more angle. You see how he's the motion is not a natural way in which he's falling to the ground.
Dr. Joe Magner, our rules analyst. What do you see?
Well, if this penalty decision is given, it would be very harsh, but you have to remember that the same referee did not give a penalty to the host country, Qatar, in a situation that called for a much more serious foul than this. But sure, maybe he'll take a look and see what VAR says.
No, he said play on. He said
Only Antonio Mateo, as the referee, knows how much time is left. It's on his watch. Carter Vickers out jump for that one. Moore gets rid of it. The U.S. just get this up the field. Keep it up the field. Musa. Run to the outside. Run to daylight, kid. Hunter keeps it out. Riding. Comfortable for the goalkeeper.
He could have taken that to the corner there. I know you're looking to slam the door shut. Take it to the corner. The game's over.
Zimmerman wins the header. Second ball. Adams chasing. Not going to get there. Musa couldn't get there either. It's clear to the far side. Rezayan back inside.